Herb's the word.
This is Whiskey Boy Radio
on Whiskey Boy
on whiskeyboy.us.
What's cooking? What's cooking? Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going down. What's cooking? Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going down. What's cooking? Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going down. What's cooking? Oh, it's going down. Blueprint, baby. Oh, it's going down. What's cooking? If the chef is in the kitchen, do your best to pay attention. Breaking topics, hard knocks, don't talk, just probably plan to piss a bunch of people off, right? Uncensored questions and answers, so we might chop it up with the chance begin. The interview me, second episode, and download it right now for free on iTunes. Just start tuning in. We're the talk of the town. We got the key to the city, and we're locking it down. Now let me impart a little knowledge. Be a student of the game and treat the game like it's college. Communication is important. You just woke and sleeping giant. I ain't lying. Begin the more so.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking. We're back again. We got special guests here today. They're very special because they are part of an organization called DFW NORML. I have to my right Shaun and Pete. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
Jello.
All right. So, it hasn't been too long since our last show, but this is a special one. These are busy guys here. They're kind of hard to get a hold of, but we finally got them. I'm not making fun of you guys or nothing.
Not at all.
You're making fun of
Anyway.
Pete, man.
That's a damn shame.
Okay, so let's start with Shaun. Shaun, go ahead and introduce yourself. What's your title at DFW NORML, and what exactly do you do?
My name is Shaun McAlister. I'm the executive director for DFW NORML. I coordinate pretty much everything that's going on with the chapter from a top level perspective. I work with everybody who's working on projects with us. I work directly with Pete every day to coordinate events, to coordinate sponsors, create content, pretty much everything that it is to be an organization that exists in the public eye to raise money and awareness.
Cool. Pete, same thing, buddy.
Ditto. I do everything with him. That's all I do. No. Oh, so my name is Pete Marrero. I am the National Promotions Coordinator for DFW NORML. What does that mean?
Exactly. What does it mean?
What that mean is basically anything as far as corporate sponsors or entertainers. I have the privilege of having some resources because of my background. And, I have a company called PVM Entertainment. And under that umbrella, basically, I do promotions for and marketing for labels and recording artists across the country. So I utilize those resources to bring to DFW NORML and allow us to get more exposure and awareness by utilizing these celebrities. So I coordinate that with these guys and get us in front of them so we can talk about what their opinions are about marijuana legalization. And so that's what I do. I do that pretty much, every day. I coordinate with as far as getting these events situated and talking to Shaun and making sure we can be effective in everything that we do. So,
all right, let's back it on up because I think some people, I came in pretty abrupt. I said these guys are from NORML, and people are like, "What the fuck is NORML?" Well, anyway, NORML is the National Organization for Reformation of Marijuana Laws. Okay, and
for the reform.
All right, exactly. You guys,
Potato.
Right, exactly. Mikey Burns lied to me. Anyway,
Blue.
Damn.
or that guy. I like using his government name because he doesn't like it.
Mike Burns.
Maybe he does like it. But yeah, these guys are pretty much in a nutshell trying to get, better laws for marijuana. Less strict laws where you don't have to spend your days in jail for smoking weed, pretty much, in a nutshell.
Yeah, we just, we subscribe to a philosophy that a lot of people do, which is that, first off, it's definitely okay for people medically. They should definitely have access to it. To deny a very sick person access to something that's going to help them, we think is just wrong. That's one side.
But they don't want to. They don't want to recognize. It's so stupid. Just like hemp, for instance, hemp is not even psychoactive, but they found that hemp is really, really effective in curing certain types of cancer, and they just want to deny that. They don't even want to look at it. The government's like, there's no proof, but actually there is. There's a lot of proof on it.
Well, they're looking into it on their own, you can bet, because they're banking on what we're calling the pharmaceuticalization of marijuana. And that is where we're going to get ourselves into this position where, sure, at some point it is going to be legal. I think we can all agree on that. But what does that legalization look like? And if the government has anything to say about it, it's going to be medicinal marijuana only. And they're going to hijack that term. And it's going to be medicinal marijuana comes out of a prescription bottle. And it's going to be the plant that we all know and love, but it's going to be in a form that they can patent and therefore make money on and sell exclusively. And it's really just going to keep us still away from the flower plant that we want if we allow ourselves to go down that route. And so that's why we're standing up, is because we think that, yeah, it is a medicinal plant, but it's also just a benign substance. It's a therapeutic herb for many people that use it. They don't use it to get fucked up. They just use it to kind of feel better every day in whatever it is that they're doing. If it means to inspire creativity or to whatever reason people use it. We just agree that if you're a responsible user of this plant, you shouldn't be considered a criminal. And we are the lobby of the people that are standing up to say that this is wrong. This is what we want to see changed in these laws.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be considered a criminal for something that's not criminal. I mean, you're not hurting anybody. Who are you hurting doing it? And, there was a case that y'all had. I haven't really looked at it lately, but I believe it was the University of North Texas with the guy who got busted, one of the kids, the college kids.
Yeah, Zach Walker. He's actually he had already been on probation for marijuana bust in the past. Other than his marijuana crimes, he is an upstanding citizen. He's a college student, as I said. He's got a case where he has been offered a deal, and he said no to the deal, and instead has decided to take his case of marijuana possession to trial, in the thought that no jury is going to convict this boy for possessing this plant and send him to jail for it. That's what he's banking on. And he has the support of 3 different attorneys that are affiliated with NORML. One from our chapter, his name is David Sloan. He's our public information officer. And then there's 2 others from the state of Texas that are donating their services, doing this case pro bono because they feel like this could be perfect opportunity to set a precedent for how these cases are prosecuted in Texas.
Right. What do you think his chances are, honestly?
I think they're great. That's why David Sloan and all these other attorneys hopped on board, because this is the case that they, for a lot of reasons, this is the case that we've been waiting for. In that this is something that we can kind of get behind. This guy's not already got a crazy criminal record. He's got a very bright future. He's just a genuinely nice and sweet person. And so he's what you could consider kind of a poster child for this type of reform.
I mean, college kids, they're going to smoke weed. I mean,
of course they are.
There's a lot of them that do, I mean, why? I don't get it sometimes why they have to just go fuck with people. It seems like there should be more things that they should be trying to take care of other than fucking with people that are smoking weed.
Like drinking in colleges, for example. Why don't we focus a little bit more effort there? Right. Because that kills people and ruins families.
Exactly.
Whereas marijuana ruins families because people get caught with marijuana and the laws are so harsh against the plant. And so college kids already have the odds stacked against them. Why would we deny them an option that is going to ensure that they can make it to class the next day because they're not hungover as a recreational substance? It's just ridiculous.
It really is. It really is. Something should be done, but I'm sure just like I do, Texas will probably be one of the last to even.
Everybody keeps telling me that, and I keep disagreeing with them. I think I'm on record like a dozen times at least disagreeing with that. I think there's a lot of reasons why Texas won't be last. I think that places like Oklahoma may be last, maybe like Utah, for example, but we're so close to the border. Marijuana has already been such a part of our culture for so long. It's to a lot of Texans, it really isn't a big deal. There's not there is an audience of people out there that think that marijuana is the devil's lettuce, of course. But that number shrinks every year, and they're certainly not the majority here in Texas anymore.
If you were born before the 50s, no offense, Pete. Just kidding.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. No. If you were born before that time, those are where most of your haters come from on that. But there's still a lot of older people that partake in it, but you still have in my opinion, a lot of the God-fearing, church-going people are the ones that think that it's causing problems in our society, but I just think they've never experienced it.
They haven't been reached right, and You know, it's funny because I was actually telling Pete about a friend of mine. His name's Wes Davis. He's a very funny comedian that I'm going to try to get to work with us on a show that we're working on. But he's a God-fearing Christian man who believes in a lot of ways that this plant was created by his creator for him to use and to have a better life with. And so I feel like people like him can really reach those God-fearing Christians that are so afraid of this plant that they're afraid it's going to make their kids crazy. And if, you know, they talk to somebody like Wes, well, suddenly maybe they have a little bit less anxiety about it because they're not so freaked out about what could happen.
Right, you're right. They I fucking lost my train of thought. That happens. Like that happens all the time. Anyways, so besides the gentleman that's going to get in trouble or has his court date or whatever in North Texas, I know that's one of the things y'all are focusing on right now. Can you give me some of the other things that y'all got coming up, or the things y'all do in the community as far as, you know, trying to push NORML and get it into people's heads, or tell them about it, or get it known?
We do a lot of different things. I mean, we have an event coming up this Friday on February 8th at Lola's in Fort Worth. It's a hip-hop event. We do over pretty much every month for the most part. At least we try to. So, like, that's we got March 16th. We have one in conjunction with UNT NORML. So we're doing another hip-hop event there. That location is called, what is that location called? Treehouse. The Treehouse in Denton. So we got that. We have a 420 event, obviously, that we're going to be doing. That's going to be at the Green Elephant in Dallas. And then we have, what else we have, Sean?
Well, we have a monthly meeting at the end of every month, last Saturday of every month. And that's a rotating thing. You know, last month we were at Bamboo Pho and Spring Roll in Arlington. This month we'll be at the Curtain Club in Dallas. And so we like to try to move the meetings around to give it as many people as possible access, because we realize that some people literally just can't make it 30 minutes down the road. You know, we've got a lot of patients that are interested in checking us out, and it's important for us to be available to them. And so we like to move them around, like to be as inclusive as we can be. We've also got a conference that we're in the early stages of putting together. We're wanting to host a national level conference in which we bring in high quality speakers, some entertainers, throw basically a really high profile event for legalization. Here in Fort Worth, we've already got a venue squared away, very receptive place in downtown Fort Worth. Can we say who?
I think we can.
Yeah, okay. So we've got the Norris Center. They've just been surprisingly open to us, and after, you know, scoping out exactly what we could be working with as far as convention pricing for some of these spaces, they are by far the best, most affordable and best option for us.
Just being receptive and just overall welcoming. It was just a great combination. So it was a perfect fit for us for this conference.
When is that going to be? Is that going to be at the end of May?
It's going to be June 1st and 2nd.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be a Saturday, Sunday conference with a party on Friday night.
Friday reception on Friday night on the May 31st. So,
and then we're also doing the Global Marijuana March, which is an event that more than 300 cities across the world participate in, and it's basically all these different events for the plant, the legalization of decrim, anything. And so we're in our 5th or 6th year. I can't remember how many years we've been doing it. Longer than I've been with the organization. And last year we brought out over 500 people to our event. We're going to try to double that number this year. We're going to have musicians and vendors and obviously the march. And there's just going to be a lot of different activity. And we're just going to be out and in the public eye. And, you know, last year we had nearly 400 people on, you know, Dealey Plaza, you know, where Kennedy was brought down. And there were people passing grass back and to the left and, you know, people driving by honking at us and stuff.
With that said, have y'all had any issue with law enforcement?
Not as of this date.
Actually, you'd be surprised. It's been more receptive than anything. The last few encounters I've had with the police have been, I mean, despite the fact I'll be just geared up to where it's obvious that I'm an advocate. No issues. I've had more inquisitive situations from the police. They've actually asked me, you know, about, you know, how they're concerned. So a lot of these guys, you'd be surprised. They're not angst against marijuana either. And their issues are more with the criminals that are abusing, you know, women or abusing kids or, you know, abusing other chemically induced drugs or alcohol,
right.
You know, those type of things. And that's what they were pretty much blatant about. They were more supportive with us. But all the conversations I've had with the police have been kind of supportive. All of our events, we've never had any issues at our events. The police have actually come by, kind of waved by, and just have been no issues. But, you know, we do everything in a manner to where it's professional. And I mean, we know how to go through things, to be respectful to the venues that support us,
to stay within the guidelines.
Yeah,
right?
So obviously we know we're not promoting illegal activity. We're promoting a cause, and that's what we do these events for. So, and everybody knows that, and it's a family thing. So when these events take place, we don't have any issues. So that's been a huge plus to where police don't have to be drawn to our attention. So.
Correct.
Yeah, and we're also a huge part of what we do is educate people about the right way to interact with the police. So we're not out there advocating fuck the police at all. We're advocating we want to work with the police because this prohibition harms our communities. Police are part of the community. And so it's just every time I talk to a police officer, they're very respectful and
same here.
And they're just glad that we're doing this. Some of them are like, oh, well, I don't agree. They'll just say officially, I don't agree with what you're doing. And part of me thinks to myself, you're just saying that to cover your ass. You don't even really, I don't even believe you as you say these words to me.
They're just part of the law, and they have to follow what the law states most of the time. So that's why they would say something like that.
And it's funny you say that because we interviewed an entertainer, Lunel, and her security guard is an LA police officer. Right. And that was exactly what he said. Hey, I don't mind it. I mean, I can't do anything because I have a badge on. You know what I mean? But if I didn't have the badge, a whole different situation. But since I do, I have to follow what I'm mandated to do.
Exactly. That's just something they have to do. So,
did he have any issues with us that night? No, not at all. Welcoming, cordial, great. So
what we're gonna go ahead and do is I want to play a song that was actually a song by Glowed Entertainment. It's called "We Be Normal" over here. And can y'all tell us a little bit about this song?
Yeah, I've known the guys for a while, so I recruited them to do this track specifically for the cause, and because I know how these guys just are very lyrically inclined, I knew they'd do a pretty good job at putting this together. This song is going to be, we're shooting a video for this song, and the song's also going to be included on a mix CD that we're putting out. And the mix CD that we have coming out, we'll have Gangsta Boo, MOP, DeRoe, Young Nation, Nappy Roots did a little drop for us. We've got some artists that are performing at our hip hop events that we support that are on the CD as well. Insidious Music, obviously Glowed Entertainment. These guys, Roby, who else? Tom Ski Mask. Who am I missing? Boy, I put all the things together. Drew B. Shining. Boy, I'm sorry. There's so many of them that I forget. And we're smoking. But other than that, so
for all the What's Cooking fans, G Champ is a part of this track.
He is.
And he is your co-host. He couldn't be here,
we
unfortunately.
Do miss you, though, G.
We miss you, G. And miss you. This one's for you.
I'm embracing the microphone right now. Just you hear that? I'm embracing it just for you, G.
He's lucky someone misses him, because fuck, I don't.
G, that one's for you, man.
Oh, well, that was...
All right. Who else is in this? It's Mikey and also IQ, right?
This is IQ,
Blueprint and IQ.
Exactly. IQ the Chemist. Of course, yes, Blueprint Revolution, a.k.a. Mikey Burns.
All right, well...
But, these guys did a great job. So, they did this track, and, it's just dope. I mean, it says it all. So listen to the lyrics very closely, because that's just basically everything we'd want to say is in this song.
Here it is. Word. People, we be normal over here.
In the words of William Buckley Jr., even if one takes every reefer madness allegation of the prohibitionists at face value, marijuana prohibition has done far more harm to far more people than marijuana ever could.
Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. I'm normal, but this beat ain't my first kill, but that green can't. So I gotta keep a bit of a breeze to relieve the room from all of that leaf stain. The research can be easy, benefits from a TV. It's mellow, calm, and breezy, or happy, hungry, sleepy. And I know that may sound cheesy, but them hardcore facts. The reason it ain't legal, cause it's impossible to tax. Now that's whack. Bushman, the country was built on Kush blends. I'm gonna promote until something happens, so who gon' help push for the win? Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause casually. But normal is a reality for recreational, occasionally casually. DFW take notice. Keep your minds open. It's not just smoking, it's freedom and expression, so stay focused. Logically and obviously. Thanks to hydrobotany. A ton of medical advances. Check your history disorder chronically. And I'm just stating facts. The truth is taken back. 420 train moving forward, support hopping back.
Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here.
Ending cannabis prohibition. One Texan at a time. Can I get a signature on this petition? Just sign here on the line. The Metroplex, release your stress, let's legalize it. Big brother, don't smother another day of my highness. Don't miss the boat, light it up and smoke the vote. Spark some hope, cause normal grows with flows, it grows with glow. For the love of the economy, we ought to be industrializing hell. Maybe then the taxes could help Washington pay.
Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Why you hating on the shrub? Spread a little love in the DFW and watch it bud. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Cause we be normal over here. Cause we normal over here. Yeah.
DFW NORML. PDM. Amsterdam Candy. Dubious. Glow DMT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Whiskey Boy Radio
I'm Whiskey Boy.
on whiskeyboy.us.
All right, and that was
Yeah.
We Be Normal Over Here.
No, we are.
Hell yeah. Anyway, these guys are having a good partaking in
Oh, yeah. I just realized we're doing an interview.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are we back?
Oh, sorry
I
about
think
that.
The
so.
music stopped.
Yeah.
The smoke is cleared.
All right, so during our little break, we were talking about this conference that you were telling me about. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. Sure, I will. Why not? No, when we discussed this whole conference, we wanted to make sure it was more elaborate than what we witnessed when we were out for the national conference in Los Angeles here this past year. We just kind of figured that being as normal, been around since 1970. My whole impression was I thought it was just going to be bigger and just stand out more, have some entertainers, and we kind of got an insurance conference feel. It just wasn't what I expected. I thought it was at a shoe. Someone was going to sell me some shoes and shit. I was like, wait a minute, this is not normal.
Quick question: how big are y'all in comparison to the other normal chapters?
From what I understand, we're one of the largest chapters. We have just under 300 members, which means we've had about that number of people that have paid in the last year to be members of our organization.
Right. Okay. Back to the conference. So it was like an insurance salesman's conference,
Well,
right?
It just was been on the bit drab side.
It
It,
was
wasn't
really-
what I expected. That's all.
Yeah,
We expected
he's
them-
setting it up worse than it was.
Right.
It wasn't bad.
It was not bad. We were just expecting more.
it was-
And that's
yeah,
all.
that's
That's
all.
really all it was.
I just hope it wasn't like some fucking timeshare shit. Like,
No, and
I
it
was just
very
expecting more. That's all.
Yeah, it was
Right.
very informative, but we
It
were in
was.
LA. We were, I guess, expecting some sort of star
Yeah,
power.
especially going to LA, right?
There was none.
There was
None.
no star power. So we figured with this, we really wanted to kind of do exactly that, provide some star power, and just bring to the table just individuals of caliber from media and from film and the music industry, and have them come out and discuss what their opinions are, and then have some great speakers, some great politicians, and I know we've been discussing who. Can you mention some of the ones that we have other than?
Well, we haven't even contacted anybody
Yeah.
about it yet, so I think that mention anybody in particular would be premature. I've got a wish list of people.
Yes, he does.
One of them in particular, Russ Belville, is somebody that I would very much like to bring back to DFW for an event that we're hosting.
So how about I've got one. How about Willie Nelson?
Yeah, we discussed Willie as well.
Yeah, you know what? We've actually had a tough time getting a hold of Willie, which is surprising because we're the weed movement here in Texas.
Right.
Yeah, I've reached out to him a few times.
I figured he
So-
would be one of the biggest.
You know,
for y'all.
He is. You know, it was easier for me to contact Cypress Hill, who I was like,
Right.
you know, than it was Willie when he's equally an advocate. But
Saying
okay.
that, for the people who don't know, Pete, he has quite a vast background in music and management. Is it management? And,
no, marketing promotions.
just marketing and promotions?
I've done management before.
Right.
Not fun, but yes.
Well, Champ has told me before that you actually worked with Selena.
Yes, she was my first artist that I worked with.
Right. And so what exactly, just tell us about your past a little bit, who you've worked with. As far, I know you've got a bunch, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
just to name a few, go ahead.
I mean, when I started for Capitol Records in '93, and so Selena was my first artist that I worked with. So I worked with pretty much all the Latin artists at that point in time, and then went over for the urban community, and I started working with Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia, Common, MOP, No ID, Kanye West when he was with a group called Infamous Syndicate before he was with Jay-Z's people, Gangstar, Eminem, Leah. I mean, I've been privileged to work with a lot of artists that I was a fan of, and then got to be in the same room with and actually implement plans and put together campaigns for them. So,
You got any inside info on who's a dick and who isn't? I just always want to know.
you know, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth was an asshole.
Well, I could have told you that one. He's a fucking crybaby.
Yeah, I didn't like Dave, man.
He's still crying about Metallica.
He was kind of mean, man. You know, I was very disappointed. Like, come on, Dave, you don't have to be like that. I was chilling with Lars from Metallica. He wouldn't be like
Right.
that. Why you gotta be like that? So he was probably one of the big. And man, there's a few kind of Tanya Tucker,
Oh, man.
Billy Joe. Sorry, Billy, gotta put you out there, buddy.
Damn.
Yeah, man, those were kind of jerks for the most part. Jennifer Lopez, not cool to work with, but the best, you know, Garth Brooks, off the hook. Michael
Really?
Jackson was really, really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, people like that, and then Selena was real cool too.
Right.
And
So,
Bone, there's a lot of cool ones, man. I mean, there's too many. It's not, you know, there's a lot of cool guys, and when you get to work with them, get to know them, it's a whole different vibe. So it's kind of hard to just say that they're, you know what I mean?
right. Well, I'm sure a lot of them have a lot of built up aggression and pressure.
Well, when you're on the road and you travel consistently, you never know what kind of day these guys have. I mean, they're up in the morning, they stay out late, they're doing sound checks, they're doing media. You know, there's no rest in between when you're traveling that consistently. And then you have their personal issues. You got, you know, things going on at home that you don't even know about that they try to keep under wraps. So, you know, yeah, people might have a bad day and it might be a bad show, but it's because there's circumstances that people just don't realize. It gets pretty tedious when you're on the road consistently like that.
So, when did you exactly transition from doing all that and then getting involved with NORML? Of course, you partake.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that's one reason why. But how exactly did you and Shaun get together and start this? Or who exactly, you know, started it for DFW?
Well, I mean, I contacted Shaun. Shaun was the executive director, and I mean, this DFW NORML chapter has been around for a while.
Right.
My involvement, I've always been familiar with NORML. I knew what it was. I guess for some reason, I just never reached out to him because, I mean, at that point in time, I already had sponsors that were already in place for the artists I was with. But I had a client by the name of Chronic Candy that basically, you know, they wanted to do some cross promotions, and I contacted NORML, and then they informed me that there was a chapter
Right.
here. And I was pretty embarrassed. I was like, damn, this whole time, I mean, they're here? I was like, what? And it took me a while to get a hold of Shaun at one point, but it was well worth it. 'Cause
Right.
by the time we finally sat down, met, and, you know, and just, you know, had a conversation and exchanged, you know, hey, you know, I would love to get active. I mean, period. I mean, so much to the point I was like, come on, I'll take you out tonight.
Yeah, he was like,
Right.
"You want to meet Willie Nelson right now?" I was like, "Well, shut the hell up." He's like, "No, really, man, we could go right now and maybe meet Willie Nelson."
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, hey, come on, I'll take you. Let's go. And then I had another event right there. I was like, come on, if not, that doesn't go down, I'll take you to this other event. Let's
Right.
just go. And so, but, you know, here I've had the privilege of being able to be around these resources, but to do it for a whole different purpose. So getting to meet with them was not just it wasn't a sponsorship thing. It was just like, okay, I get to be a part of something that I believe in and I've always supported. And so now I can use my resources to this. And hey, that to me is a plus. So anything I could do for us, and this is, to me, it's a family. It's not volunteer time or time. That's the reason why I take it every morning. This is my routine. I call this pretty much my job as well.
Right.
You know, it's not for monetary purposes. It's for the purpose of what this cause is about for me personally. You know, because friends that have actually needed it, or for myself because I do partake, or just for the fact that I know that people want that support it and they want to stand strong, and I want to help them be strong, just along with them. So to be a part of it is completely a privilege for me to be a part of it, not just because it's the entertainment part. That's, to me, that's my job. But to do it for this, that's what I love. So,
and the goal is to ultimately do what you love, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
that should be for everybody.
I literally I'm like grateful that I get to get paid and do what I like to do. I mean, I get to be in the entertainment business. I get to do this for Normal. I get to do this for us, and hey, and still support my family and be cool. I get to be a big kid too. Get to go out to these events and party, and that's cool. But it's all about networking, and it's all about being consistent with your networking. Because you can know a lot of people, but if you don't know how to talk to your people and talk to them and be consistent with your conversation, then you're not going to get anything accomplished, and that's with any kind of business. So I just I like to talk a lot. I mean, I maybe not necessarily like to talk on a microphone like an interview, but this is cool. I don't mind doing it.
You're doing a good job right now.
Yeah, you're in all the interviews, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, that's that's different. I mean, that's another part where it's like, cool. You know what? I get to bring that to the table, and then also get to inquire. As far as asking them personally what they feel about it. So that's cool. And if they're open to doing it, that's even better. So it's like, I just enjoy the fact that I can bring that element as well, besides just being around and traveling the country and just being visually providing the awareness for the cause. So
as of right now, who have you interviewed for Normal?
For Normal, I've done the Whalers, Waka Flocka, Flame, Duro, Devin the Dude, Cypress Hill,
D.L. Hughley.
I saw the D.L. Hughley one.
Yeah,
right.
D.L. Hughley, Lunel from Taken Two, and from Mac and Devin go to high school with Wiz Khalifa.
Right.
You said Cypress.
I said Cypress already.
Are all these videos up
Tommy
on?
Chong,
Are all these videos on DFW Normal?
Yeah,
DFWNormal.org. Mm-hmm. They get distributed throughout the country.
Right.
Celeb Stoner, HellMayorJ.com, 420 times. We put it out there. So it's it's out, and we've the entertainers have been so cool. They've retweeted about it. They'll
have you got a lot of social media from that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's crazy when you get an email that says that you've been retweeted by D.L. Hughley to 97,000 followers.
Yeah,
you're like, holy shit,
that's insane.
Yeah, so and it's cool that that I can bring this to the table, and it gets to be in that position to where people can see it, and again, people are supporting it. So shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, y'all are definitely getting the word out there. I mean, I saw you post something on Facebook the other day about someone actually recognized you in Starbucks.
Yeah, it was 6:30 in the morning. It was dark still, pulling through a Starbucks, and this guy's like, "Hey, man, you're the guy with Normal, right?" And I was like, "That's right." Didn't have a shirt on, didn't have a button on, nothing. And he was like, "Man, this one's on me." He just hands it to me. I was like, "Wow, that's literally never gotten anything for free at Starbucks."
That's a great thing because it shows.
Yeah, it's Starbucks.
That shows that people are, responding to what y'all are putting out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a very good thing, because if you can run into some random dude at Starbucks that knows who you are, I mean, the possibilities could, they could expand further. Y'all did have a meeting at the beginning of the year, right? Was it the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it was the last Saturday of January.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about that meeting, how that turned out.
We had over 100 people show up at this Bamboo Pho and Spring Roll restaurant off of Matlock. They are excellent. They were very, very gracious hosts to us.
Yes, they were.
They let us use their projector, which was made for an awesome meeting for us because we got to show this awesome slideshow of 2 years worth of our activism. And for all the people that were involved in it, it was just kind of a cool moment to see themselves up on this big screen as DFW Normal. And I think it really reinvigorated a lot of our people that have been with us for a while. And so just being able to work with this venue that had opened their doors to us, had provided good food, a place to publicly meet, I think that it makes people feel good about this movement. Mm-hmm. Because this is not something that's happening in this shadowy place. This is in a public restaurant that's advertised a month or two in advance. People know about it, and it makes people feel less anxious about their own use of the plant because they don't feel so alone.
Right.
They see these people coming out and publicly supporting it. Not necessarily saying that, hey, I smoke weed, nobody's asking anybody to say that. It's just saying, hey, I think that this is wrong, this prohibition is wrong, and I've decided to do something about it by, working with NORML or any of the other great organizations. And so this meeting that we had kicked off what I think is going to be the best year that we've had as an organization, which up until now has been last year. And so we're going to continue to grow, and it's with the help of people like Pete and some other great, awesome volunteers that just have really stepped up and brought themselves to it. And they've decided to use what they're good at for the cause. And not only are they able to benefit privately, in some cases, like for me, for example, I do photo and video work. And so it's opened up opportunities for me to do work with these people that I met through the movement. Mm-hmm. And so that's just like a totally unexpected, awesome bonus of my volunteer work. And so it's like Pete was saying earlier, I don't even look at this as volunteer work anymore. It's like, these are my family. This is my normal family that I work with, and we're friends, and we came together for a reason, and that reason is righteous. And our enemy is getting weaker by the day, and this is just the right time.
Well, what y'all are doing, especially now, I mean, it's in a social spotlight now, so it's starting to spread and get bigger. Even with my show, I mention y'all in every single show that I have.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And, I've said this before. I don't smoke pot, but I don't believe that it should be illegal because it's just not right. And there's a lot of people who agree with me who don't smoke pot. And
we have members that don't smoke.
Exactly.
Don't smoke pot.
And, I chose to mention NORML because I think that they are they're supporting a cause and doing something that needs to be done that's been far past due. And, it's a really good thing. But I want to backtrack a little more and get to Shaun. And Shaun, I wanted to ask you how you got your start in NORML and what brought you to it. What year did you start? And you said you have a background in photography. Tell us a little bit about yourself and all that.
Well, I tried marijuana when I was 17, and I was already poised for a career in the media field. I was going to school at the Art Institute of Dallas. I tried pot. I was like, wow, this is so much different from alcohol. What the hell is all the hubbub all about? And I got myself through college by not being a drinker, really. And I was just able to stay very focused through this plant. And it proved to me that it could be used responsibly. I was my own guinea pig. I needed to see that I could use it responsibly. And so I got involved in my career doing web design, which led to video and photo work, which is what I'm doing now. And, I, like most people, got Netflix one day and noticed how many pot documentaries were out there. I was like, wow, I know that there's not a whole lot of logical reason against legalization, but let me just watch a couple of these and see what's going on. So I watched a couple, and then I got to this one called The Union, The Business Behind Getting High. And it pissed me off so much by the time that movie was over that I couldn't stop talking about marijuana all of a sudden. It had always been a part of me, but now it was something that I was just pissed off about it. And so any opportunity that I had, I was talking to somebody about this just to see what Texas thought about this, because I knew I wasn't alone. Right. And so, I watched this movie a couple of times, and I realized, I was like, you know what? There are some people right down the street that are doing this. DFW NORML. NORML, they're the oldest organization doing this. Did a little bit of research on it. Oldest organization doing this. Alan St. Pierre, I have seen that man on so many different TV stations talking very positively about this movement. He's the executive director of NORML. Seen him on TV so many times, and I was like, you know what? There are dignified, educated, righteous people out there fighting this fight. I'm going to try it. And I went to my first event with my girlfriend and my brother, and it was a picnic at Veterans Park. And maybe 35, 50 people were there. And I brought my camera and hung out for a little bit. People were, smoking, eating, talking about this topic that we're all in agreement on. And I realized that there was something here. There was this group that they had something. It wasn't much, but they had something. And asked if I could shoot some video. And they said yes. And from there, I started to ask for more responsibility, more and more. And within a few months, they were asking me to be the director. And I said, okay. And from there, we started to, I think, skyrocket, because we suddenly had somebody who had the time and the ideas to put toward it that wasn't going to make excuses. This was something that I knew I wanted to be a part of my life. I've long subscribed to the policy that the money is not going to make me, and if I was doing this, for the money, I wouldn't be volunteering.
Right.
And so I just decided to take a headlong dive into this thing. And here I am about 2 years into my involvement with NORML. I've gotten to go out of state. I've met all these celebrities. I've been able to raise a ton of money and awareness in the state that I love, in the community that I love. And we're just getting started. We're in the infancy now. Well, there's going to be a time when, if we're still talking about this in 2 years, there's going to be thousands of people that are going to be showing up to our public protests against this topic. We are right. And it's just going to take us standing up. And I just knew in my heart that I felt like I could lead something like this. And by doing that, I just wanted to attract the right people and keep them involved. And so much of what I do is just keeping people involved with us, keeping them committed to me and to this group and to this cause, and kind of holding people accountable and just not letting things stop moving. And so that's exactly what Pete brings to the table too. This man just doesn't stop moving.
Right.
And we're on the phone with each other talking about NORML at 9:30 in the morning, at least 3-4 days a week. And that may be unhealthy in some people's minds. But to us, we just feel like our workday has started and there's shit to be discussed for our organization.
Well, I tell you what, when pot finally does get legalized, whenever that may be, y'all will go down as a part of that history of making that happen.
Well, it's not really about that, but I do feel proud about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I am proud about that because everybody struggles to find.
Well, you should be proud about that because if you guys are a part of that, you will be a part of what makes that happen, and a lot of people will be grateful for that because of what y'all do.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the best things about what we're doing here is when we go and throw in a meeting like we did last month, and people that I've never seen before walk up and say, "Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you for speaking up for all of us."
What's so cool is also seeing these doors opening, around the Metroplex, from whether it be local head shops or just businesses as a whole, attorneys and the venues calling us now at this point to where we're not having to call them and hope maybe they'll welcome us. They're calling on us and they've just opened up the doors. We're going to do our first show next month in Denton. This is the first time that Denton's even opened the doors to us. So
right.
to be welcome there, I mean that was important for us as well. That's impactful for us. So and it's important that we continue to just break down those barriers. So that way it's just open all the way around. So but man, it's just been really dope that we've seen all these people just open the doors to us, man. It's just kind of it's really cool.
Cool. You guys got anything else that you really want to talk about?
I think the last thing I want to mention is that when it comes to support, we've had a lot of local talent here in the Metroplex that have supported us. A lot of groups that have performed for us, and now we've gotten some national acts that are supporting us, and that's great. But we had a group, FNAs that have been supporting our organization for I don't even know how long. I can't even how long. Shaun?
They were performing at one of the second DFW NORML event that I went to, which was something at the Green Elephant.
So and that was a while back. These guys are now in the Chevy Music Case with
Gypsy. Look for Gypsy.
Or Donut Shop.
You can
whatever.
pull them up on.
But
Reverb Nation, actually.
These guys have supported all of our events. They consistently travel throughout Texas and like Louisiana and Oklahoma. But we're going to sponsor a full tour for these guys in conjunction with all the other chapters throughout the country, and basically keep these guys on the road for like 90 days. I mean, so it's going to be a 3-month tour during the summer with some breaks, of course, but it's going to be a full-blown just concert tour that we do with this artist. And FNAs is just they're just a bomb-ass group. If you haven't heard of them.
Tell the people about their genre and their sound. What can you expect from them?
They're a funky reggae rock
band. A little bit of everything. There's not a genre that you got to check them out. They're just a little bit of everything. A little funk, a little reggae, a little bit of everything. A little pop, a little R&B, a little jazz, just a fusion.
Yeah, FNA's in your ear. That would be a good one to cue up. Actually, right here.
Yeah.
All right.
These guys are dope. I mean, we love them, and and if this airs before, what is it, February 9th?
Yeah.
February 9th, they're playing at Trees for the Wakarusa.
Yep,
Wakarusa Festival. It's a competition deal, and if they get the opportunity to go out there, it's it's in New Orleans. It's a shitload of people, so we want to make sure we support that event for them.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been supporting DFW NORML since before I was really even involved, and they've just really impressed me a number of times. They've been at so many of our events. They've repped us hard, worn our shirts at events we were never involved with in the least. Just every single one of these guys are stand-up. They're outstanding musicians. They're very dedicated. They're not in this even for the money. They're in this for the art. They love what they're doing, and they love that NORML has helped make them, helped them grow, helped gain them some popularity, and they want to continue a successful partnership with us. And so we're going to, we're doing this tour. We're calling it the Effin' NORML Tour. And it's just, it's something that I feel like is going to be very successful, not just for them, but for us. And that we're going to be able to say, hey, this is the Texas movement, bringing it to you all over the country to make sure that you're doing something at least on the level as what we're doing. Because, damn it, we're winning. Now we need to start running there instead of walking there.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
That's the reason why we're doing this. So I'm excited. Shoot.
I just want to say thank you to you guys for coming here. I do appreciate it.
No, I'm glad we got together. I apologize that it's been a time constraint, but we're here.
Shit happens, man. People got lives they got to deal with. They can't always be somewhere when someone else wants them to. But like I said, I want to thank you guys for all the people listening. I'm gonna post all of DFW's Facebook, their website, all the places you can find them. I'll put them on whiskeyboy.us. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and post the FNA's reverb on there, so y'all can, if y'all want to check them out after I play this song, you can. And also on Whiskey Boy, go to Amazon, go on there and click on the Amazon link to shop through Amazon and help people out. We're fucking broke. We need some money. But yeah, go ahead and do that. But this is gonna be the FNA's, and thank you guys once again for being here. And we're out of here.
Thanks, man.
See you guys.
Let's do it again
later.
sometime.
All righty.
Smoke one.
Everybody throw your hands on high. Move your body like it's do or die. He's about to break it down right here. Japanese are coming in your ear, yeah. Everybody throw your hands on now. Move your body like it's gone corrupt. He's about to break it down right here. Japanese are coming in your ear, yeah. We're here to rock, we're here to pop, we're here to drop it right. Shaking the stage, taking no names, we make it all right. Do what we do, know what we do, you better stand to the FNA's are here to school, yeah. It's time to party, throw your hands up and party right. Feeling the groove that makes you feel so tight. Don't try to stop and let the rhythm take control. Now the FNA's are in your ear, yeah. Everybody throw your hands on high. Move your body like it's do or die. He's about to break it down right here. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Everybody throw your hands on now. Move your body like it's gone corrupt. He's about to break it down right here. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Feeling the rhythm, never feel like that. You feeling good, now we gon' feel good back. No one can ever, ever take that back. FNA's are coming in your ear now. We got to loosen everything, be right. We're here for jamming, here for fun, we're going to party tonight. Do what you do, just bob your head and everything be right. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Everybody throw your hands on high. Move your body like it's do or die. He's about to break it down right here. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Everybody throw your hands on now. Move your body like it's gone corrupt. He's about to break it down right here. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Now be the time that we gon' slow it down. Music we play to make the world go round. Feeling so good, you better know it down. FNA's are coming in your ear, yeah. Just close your eyes and let your mind go free. We be the ones that bring your jams, you'll see. You want to move, then come and move with me. The FNAs are coming in your ear. Everybody throw your hands on high. Move your body like it's do or die. We's about to break it down right here. The FNAs are coming in your ear, yeah.
This is Whiskey Boy Radio
On Whiskey Boy.
on whiskeyboy.us.